Yeah, unfortunately, this jobs report doesn't help the stock market. What I hear from the traders is it's playing into the stagflation argument. So we have somewhat higher wage numbers, which is good for workers, and weaker job growth. That's the stagflation story. So take a look at the major indices. You can see kind of gold likes this, obviously, up a little bit. The dollar doesn't particularly. Dollar's been trending down for the last few weeks, and it's kind of blah to a negative, a slight negative for stocks overall. You see the S&P weak, but not terribly weak. If you look at the major sectors here, obviously banks up a little bit, rates up a little bit more, higher rates definitely will help the banks a bit. But everything else, tech's a mild positive because we're waiting for COVID to pass. That's what the market's doing. And that would be a beneficiary. Tech would be a beneficiary for any continuation of concerns around COVID. But everything else, that's cyclical, like consumer discretionary. Some of the housing stocks are weak today. Energy, generally, not great news for that cyclical part of the economy. Meantime, I think the concern here at this point is you get inflation moving and basically jobs don't move and the Fed doesn't move. Then you have a concern about the Fed moving suddenly. So this stagflation story has got a little more traction as a result of the numbers today. Meantime, while we're waiting for COVID to pass, everybody, we're going to have a very busy fall IPO season. In fact, this may be the all-time record one here. We're expecting 90 to 110 IPOs in the next few months. This is according to a new report from Renaissance Capital. We're going to have close to 375 deals raising $125 billion if all goes as estimated. This would be the largest capital raise ever, that $125 billion. It would be the busiest by deal count, 375, since the 2000 internet bubble. So we could set some records for IPOs and a lot of well-known consumer names. I know you get a little craze when we talk about all these tech names that nobody knows about, but Warby Parker, and this is going to be a direct listing, by the way, but about Fresh Market, Authentic Brands, that's a big brand licensor for Nautica and Eddie Bauer. About Allbirds, Sustainable Footwear. These are consumer names. And there's other big candidates that are out there that are well-known consumer names that are not formally announced but are believed to be likely. Instacart, the big grocery delivery company. Chobani, the Greek yogurt. Sweetgreen, the salad restaurant company. Flipkart, they're the biggest online retailer in India. That's a Walmart spin out over there. And you all know Impossible Foods, plant-based meat products. These are likely, not absolutely, but potential candidates for the fall. And then they've got others that are not even consumer names out there. Toast, big digital payment processor is going to be coming, possibly Stripe, another mobile payment processor, Republic Airways, Rivian Automotive, some electric vehicle companies that are out there. Reddit's also reportedly interested in, they're hiring some bankers right now, the online message board. All these companies. So it's going to be an exciting fall. We'll keep an eye on that. I'll tell you what everybody's been complaining about. The IPO aftermarket has not been great. Now, that white line there, that's the Renaissance Capital IPO. This is an aftermarket index. Aftermarket means the day after they go public. What happens to these companies? Because that's when the CTF buys in. There's the S&P 500, the orange line. You see it's underperformed for most of the year. Moved down in February on higher rates that hurt many of these younger tech companies. But also high prices essentially caused these companies to move to the downside in the middle of the year. And Michael, that's been a major problem. So the hope right now in July and August, the pricings were lower than in the earlier part of the year. And as you can see, that IPO ETF has picked up a little bit. Hopefully, prices will be more appealing to the buyers in the fall. Mike, back to you.